Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we continue our story from where we left off last episode. Remember last episode we had heard the dua or the call of Yusuf that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, prison is better for me than the situation that I'm in. And so subhanAllah, within a short time, Sayyidina Yusuf finds himself in prison. He's in prison for over 9 years. He's in prison with 2 cellmates. And when he enters that prison, subhanAllah, we will learn about the kind of character Yusuf has through his time in the prison with his cellmates. In the beginning of the section of this story, his prison cellmates come to him and tell him that we have seen a dream. Both of us have seen different dreams, and we want to tell you about our dream so that you can help us interpret it. And they say to him, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna naraka min al-muhsin. Verily, we see you from amongst those who are muhsin, those who are excellent in your character, excellent in how you carry yourself, excellent in how you deal with others. You know, there's something special about you, subhanAllah. We learn from Yusuf that regardless of the situation that you're in, if you have that character of a believer, then those of you around you, those around you will see that. They will see that. And so his prison mates, can you imagine he's in prison? You know, he's with a bunch of criminals, people who might have been murderers, they might have been thieves, they might have done so many other crimes. He's actually in prison with real criminals, but he's conducting himself with this character, exceptional excellence of character, that even criminals see that. They see that you are from the muhsinin. And so his cellmates come and say to him, one of them says, I see a dream in which I am pressing alcohol, pressing wine and serving it. And the other one says, I see a dream in which there is food on my head and birds are picking up my head, eating from my head. And so, subhanAllah, we know that Sayyidina Yusuf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed him with the ability to interpret dreams, right? That was one of the gifts Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with. That was part of the hikmah and the ilm that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given him in his younger age. But Sayyidina Yusuf remembers who he is, what his responsibility is, what he is meant to do. So he tells his cellmates, you know, I'll come back to you later with the interpretation of your dreams. I'll tell you what your dreams mean. But for now, I have something else to share with you. And so Sayyidina Yusuf uses the opportunity to make da'wah. Can you imagine? He's in jail with flat out criminals, right? And he takes the opportunity to call them to the worship of one God. He tells them that this knowledge that I have is from my Creator. I come from a people that worshipped other things, that did other things, but I worship only one God. He says to them, Ya sahibay as-sijn, oh my friends who are in my cellmates, you know, that are with me in the prison. He didn't make them feel that I am better than you, that I am a prophet, that I have knowledge, that I have ability to interpret dreams, and you are just lowly criminals. This is how we make da'wah. We learn in this part of Prophet Yusuf's story of how to address those around us. Never lose hope in any individual. Anybody can be a believer in God. Anybody can have a change of heart. That's why, subhanAllah, prison da'wah is so essential in Canada and in the North America today. You know, that we go there, some of the best of people can come out of these prisons and make a huge positive impact on society if we bring our da'wah to them. Sayyidina Yusuf did not lose hope in these criminals. He told them, I'm going to tell you about one God. He says to them, Ya sahibay as-sijn, oh my friends in the jail, let me tell you about who I am. Let me tell you about what I worship. Let me tell you about what I believe in. You know, let me tell you about my Lord. And so he takes the opportunity to make da'wah in the most difficult of places. It is an oppressive situation. He is unfairly in jail. He has done no wrong, but he doesn't use that to lament and say, it's not fair, why am I here? My best years, you know, he might have entered jail, Allahu Alam, when he was about 18, 19 years old. He spends the crux of his youth, his 20s. So Sayyidina Yusuf teaches us to make the best of the situation that we're in, to realize our purpose regardless of the difficulty that we're in, and to do our job. And so he starts talking to his friends, his cellmates in the prison. He says to him, أَأَرْبَابٌ مُتَفَرِّقِينَ خَيْرٌ أَمِ اللَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. Is many gods better, or the one God that is the supreme God? What do you think? You know, so he's asking them a question. So this is another thing that we learn from Sayyidina Yusuf. When you make da'wah, how do you make da'wah? You don't come to people from on top. I know better than you. My religion is this and your religion is that. This is not how, because when we look down on them, then they will respond in a way in which they also say something bad about our religion. Our dawah comes with kindness. Our dawah comes with hope. Our dawah comes with care and love and questioning. Let's talk together. Let's discuss. Is it better to have more than one God, or is it better to have one God, the Supreme, the Almighty, the Creator of all things? And he says to them, everything that I have, the character that I have, the person that I have, the way you see me carrying myself, this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught me. When he comes later and he tells them about the meaning of this dream, he reminds them that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me. ذَلِكُمَا مِمَّا عَلَّمَنِي رَبِّي. This is from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught me. It's nothing from me. SubhanAllah, everything that he does, he gives it back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He connects it back to subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he reminds his cellmates of this. And so he tells them, one of you will survive. He will get out of prison, and he will be actually serving the king of Egypt and serving him food and wine and being part of the court of the king of Egypt, the one that saw himself pressing the wine. And the other one of you, the one that saw birds pecking from his head, you will not survive this, and you will be, you will not survive this prison cell, and you will be executed at the end of your prison term. And he says the one that's going to get out of prison and serve in the court of the king, that mention me in front of your king. Mention me so that I can get out of this situation. What happens, subhanAllah, is that his friend that he told him, mention me when you get out, forgets. The shaitan makes him forget. That friend goes, he starts working in the court of the king, serving the wine, living that life, and he completely forgets his cellmate Yusuf. And so Yusuf remains in the prison for a few more years. Eventually, the king has a dream, and this is when his friend who was with him in the prison remembers Yusuf. And it's from this point, inshallah, that we will pick up in our next episode. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.